Noswaitha, croeso, good evening and welcome to the Bluebird's Nest Live. Coming to you live from Barry this evening, a bitterly cold night for the final game of Phase 1 of the 2024-25 Cymru Premier season. Stakes are high tonight as we aim to maintain our strong momentum ahead of our historic JD Cymru Premier Championship Conference campaign, otherwise known as the Top 6. That journey begins as soon as we do complete tonight's match. Regardless of how results go, we have already established ourselves as a top 6 team for the remainder of the season. Tonight's game, obviously originally scheduled for Saturday, just gone, but it was delayed after the Bala Town versus Caernarfon Town match had to be postponed due to weather conditions. So obviously the rescheduling was done in the interest of sporting fairness, so that all games that have an impact on this split and who ends up in the top 6 or the bottom 6 kick off at the same time. So here we are tonight for what promises to be an exciting encounter. There are a couple of rumours circulating that there's bad fog up in Connors Key Nomads versus Bala, so we'll keep an eye on whether that game actually does kick off. But focusing here, the Bluebirds last took to the pitch on Saturday the 4th of January. A fantastic second half performance to defeat Britain Ferry Llansamwyl that day. 5-1 in what was our second match at the new Augie Bridge Meadow Stadiums and on the 3G pitch. Ben Amoun, if you remember, bagged the brace. Rhys Abrasesi, Greg Walters and Owain Jones also getting on the score sheet. As for the home side, Barry Town were last in action on New Year's Eve. They had a 0-0 draw down at Britain Ferry Llansamwyl's Old Road. Been a tough run for Barry looking back through their recent results. They've gone 4 games without the win after defeats to Penabont, Bala and Caernarfon. So I'm sure they'll have all eyes on getting some points this evening. Despite, as I said, tonight's result already guaranteed for us to finish Phase 1 in 3rd place, which means we'll definitely be competing in the playoffs come May for that European spot for the winner of the playoffs, no matter how the next 10 fixtures go after tonight. Barry, however, have it all to play for tonight. They're one of 5 teams fighting for a spot in the top 6 along with us. Tony Pennock has had some tough selection decisions again this week, but we've arrived with a very strong squad, sadly without Corey Shepherd, who serves a 1-match suspension after picking up 5 yellow cards throughout this season so far. The starting lineup, a couple of changes, but we start Zach Jones in goal, Rhys Abrasesi, Captain Dylan Rees, Lee Jenkins, Dan Hawkins, Alaric Jones, Greg Walters, Kyle Kenneford, Jacob Owen, Luke Tabone and Ben Amoun. The substitutes, Ivan Knott, Ben Fawcett, Harry John, Kyle McCarthy, Owain Jones, Daniel John and Yori Humphreys. As for Barry, their manager Steve Jenkins is also missing a key player in Josh Yorworth, who remains suspended following his recent red card. They line up with Liam Armstrong in goal, Michael George, Callum Sainty, Ben Margetson, Kane McLagan with the armband, Keenan Patton, Robbie Wilmot, Ollie Hulbert, William Richards, Evan Press and Ryan Kavanagh. The officials this evening, again following, I think it was the Britain Ferry game actually, our last outing, Alex McKinstry's in the middle and he returns to manage us. He'll be the man in the middle, assisted by Lewis Edwards, Matthew Johnson, and we've got Ben Williams as 4th official. As always, tonight we are live across all our club platforms for the broadcast, streaming on YouTube, Facebook and X, also known as Twitter, and obviously the Cymru Sport website as well. A warm welcome to all of you tuning in. I'm sure many of you watching from the warmth, or listening I should say, from the warmth of your homes where I sit here in the freezing cold Jenner Park this evening. There was a real fog just coming over Jenner Park, but it's lifted. The floodlights are extremely bright here, and we've got a great surface in front of us for tonight's games. We've just hit the 100 listener klaxon already as well, so please do let us know where you're listening from. Keep comments, questions, and thoughts coming in throughout the match. It's great to see engagement on the Bluebirds Nest Live. So no matter where you are in the world, I know we've got a couple of international listeners as well, probably enjoying in far better climates than myself here in Barry. Enjoy your cocktails, I'm sure, alongside the pool there. I'm sure you've also seen the news this week, the Reformed League Cup news coming out of the FAW that potentially will include Swansea City, Cardiff City, Wrexham and Newport County. I probably could spend all night talking about the pros and cons, but I'm going to hesitate to say too much, as during the break, the interval at halftime, we've got a full broadcast of our chairman Rob Edwards' interview with Pure West Radio that was recorded last night. We'll play that in full, following up on our club statement that went out yesterday as well, providing that comment, if you like, brief comment on the Haverfordwest County's thoughts about the proposal. Long way to go before that is successfully or unsuccessfully concludes. I think the decision lies now with the English FA, which personally it's going to be a tough one to convince, I think, anyway. But moving on, with everything to gain tonight for the home side, as I said, expecting Barry Town United to come out fighting. The bookmakers have them as slight underdogs, actually, with a home win priced at 23-10, a draw at 9-4, and we are actually the slight favourites at 19-20. So let's hope that translates into another 3 points for us, just like when we were at Newtown, actually. I think we were just under evens that day. Tony Pennock will have no doubt have his eye on extending that gap between third and fourth as we head into phase two. Whilst also, I think, keeping up with the pace of the top two in the league as well. Teams are out. Barry Town in a huddle in their yellow and blue home kit, whilst tonight we are in our black strip, all black, gold trim, designed obviously by Tor Sports. Fantastic replica kits they've produced for us this year. Both home and away have gone down well, and obviously over Christmas, the release of our special anniversary kit that we used upon our return to the Oggy Bridge Meadow as well. Sponsored by Getley Moore. Tonight, across the front of the shirt, crowd steadily increasing here. Obviously, Cardiff City are home just down the road this evening, so to compete with them for attendance is a tricky one for the home side to be asked for, but it's been building. I think there's a bit of a late rush coming out of the bar, out the clubhouse. I'm sure they've waited until they seen the teams ready to take to the pitch, but because, like I said, it's bitterly cold here tonight at Jenner Park. Bluebirds faithful, I can see opposite me. I'm sat opposite the dugouts and the Scorio cameras, but the Bluebirds faithful alongside the away dugouts over on the far side. Many, many flags again. It's great to see such fantastic support on a Tuesday night. They've travelled the entire width of the country to give their voices to the Bluebirds players tonight. It'd be great to send them home with a couple of points. As I said, we'll certainly be keeping an eye out on the other fixtures around the grounds as well. There's lots of teams in action tonight. It's going to be a night full of twists and turns. So here we go. Hopefully plenty of which I can talk you through. Kickoff has taken place. Barry went all the way back to their keeper. Goes long and is played forward all the way to Greg Walters, who's put Ben Amung through. He's got a chance to open the scoring already and does. Incredible start. The Bluebirds lead. Armstrong, the goalkeeper, received kickoff, who punted it long. Great work. I think it was Jenks. Lee Jenkins headed down to Greg Walters, who played a fantastic through ball. Amun outmuscled the last man. I think it was Press at the back for back. No, it was Margetson. I think it's Margetson. Amun shrugged him off and placed the ball under the keeper. 1-0 Haverfordwest County already. Incredible scenes. I haven't even brought the in-play scores up on screen yet, but let's do that now so we can see how things going from a statistical way. If I can find it. Here we go. Bear with me. So for the second time already tonight, Barry Town kick off. Again, exactly the same. Back to the keeper, who goes long. Right, let's see if we can get this up. And then I'll come to some of the great comments we're already receiving. Here we go. Let's bring that back round. Hang on. Okay, so as you can see, Haverfordwest County have taken the lead. Fantastic scenes here already. But I must admit, the Barrytown faithful are themselves. I'm sure you can hear the drum. They're giving it what for to the left of me in the stand. Looking at the comments then on Twitter, we've got a Bluebird all the way over in Ipswich, moving to Haverfordwest in the coming months and looking forward to being a season ticket holder next year. Fantastic to hear that. Warm welcome to you. Free kick given against Lee Jenkins. I think that's it is Lee Jenkins over on the far side. So in line with the edge of the box here, as you can see on the graphic, Armstrong, the keeper, coming out to take it. So yeah, warm welcome to you all the way from Ipswich. You yourself travelling the width of England and Wales to come across to Pembrokeshire. Great to hear that. Look forward to seeing you at the Meadow. Gavin, good evening. Gavin Sharp on Facebook, listening from Ward 1 at Withybush Hospital. Hope you, if you have been unwell yourself, I hope, wishing you a speedy recovery, Gavin. Fingers crossed. 3 points tonight will put a smile on your face. Been looked after by an amazing team of caring people at the Withybush there. So big up the NHS. Yeah, and Ben Pike wishing Gavin the best as well. YouTube comments coming in. Great to see people tuning in. We're already touching 186 viewers across all platforms tonight. Great to welcome you to live coverage from Jenner Park. Ben Amoon punishing you for your punctuality there. Barry, since going behind, have been on the front foot. Mikey George has put a great ball across. Oh, good interception by Zach's feet to play it out only as far as, I think that was, let me just double check exactly who that was. I want to shoot, yes, Ryan Kavanagh with the follow-up. It goes over the bar and out for Zach's first touch of the ball here, really. He's all in blue this evening. Obviously, his yellow fluorescent kit deemed somewhat a kit clash with Barry's own yellow. So, chance for Zach Jones to get us back underway. Big old pitch, this Jenner Park. Always been a big, vast, wide, and good defending by Barry. We put him under pressure there, but good header by Sainty all the way back to Armstrong in the net for Barry tonight. Sainty playing it forward. Tabone does well to come across and pinch it. Alaric Jones second to the ball, but Tabone again does well to Abruzzese. Alaric Jones is pulled. Surely a free kick. Is indeed a free kick. Kavanagh pulling Alaric Jones' shirt there. Alaric looking at Ben Amoon is looking lively. The big man tonight, the 28. He's already opened the scoring. He's looking to get in behind for a quick free kick there, but Reece Abruzzese leaving the ball on the near touchline, pretty much where the graphic is showing on screen. Zach Jones, as I said, in a lovely shade of light blue this evening. I think it's the first time we've seen that kit this season. Zach then goes long. It's targeted Jenkins. Linesman's flagging. Deems it again a foul. Home faithfuls nearby complaining. Won a yellow card already. Jenks trots back. Barry, get us underway then. Playing out from the back here. Again, very brave with a high press from the Bluebirds there. Jacob Owen can match the speed of Wilmot over on that far side there. Goes back to Zach. Greg wins the header from Zach's clearance. Barry trying to get the ball under a bit of control here themselves, but Bluebirds' high press is putting them under pressure and they're making a mistake or two. Sainty crosses the halfway line, puts a ball round the back for Michael George to run onto. Abruzzese, former teammate, with him. All the way across. Oh, massive, massive chance for Barry at the back post. It evaded everybody. Great ball from Mikey George. Right across the edge of the 6-yard line. Probably too far out for Zach to come and dive and get onto. Evaded everybody. And I think it was Wilmot over on the far side who got a clean strike on it, but past the post, out for a goal kick. I think many of the crowd, particularly on this side of the ground, thought that was going to nestle into the back of the net there. I did, certainly. Good evening, Geralt Davis, Jacob Owen's grandparents, joining us from Spain. We really are international Haverfordwest tonight. Hope you're enjoying a cocktail or two yourselves over in Spain, in far better climate than we are here in East Wales this evening. South East Wales, I probably should say, actually. Barry, get us back underway. Again, looking to play out from the back. Their manager, Steve Jenkins, on the touchline, issuing some commands. Oh, Benamoun's almost closed down the keeper and almost ricocheted in for two. They're playing very, very bravely, the home side. Keeper Liam Armstrong just about managed to get it away. Dan Hawkins almost then pinched the ball back from Sainty. Throw-in went out. There's another throw-in to Barry coming up. Great high press. Tony Pennock, I'm sure, has given the instructions to Dan Hawkins and Benamoun tonight, who take their turn to start together for the first time in a number of games. The luxury that we've got this season of obviously having multiple strikers available to us makes a change. Having this rotation policy is paying dividends, obviously. Barry down the line, Tabone back out for another throw in, a little bit further up the pitch. Looking to get straight back into this. Looking like a potential foul throw, but referee waves play on. Back into Kavanagh. Playing to the right-hand side of a midfield three, it seems. Wilmot doing well, just to dictate things in the middle now. Margerton, forward, McLagan. First real touch he's had is dispossessed by Jenkins. Who's back to Zach Jones. Punts high into the night sky. Sainty underneath it, as I was expecting. He's going to win a lot of ball tonight, I thought, certainly against Dan Hawkins, but looking forward to seeing him and Amoun compete in the air. Ball played forward, up and over the back line. Zach controls with his feet. Not going to be in any rush to play this one, just to get a little bit of a breather here. Bluebirds, as I'm sure you know, lining up in that wing-backs formation with three midfielders. We've got Tabone central, Lee Jenkins to the right, Alaric Jones to the left. Wing-backs tonight, the flying pair of Rhys Abruzzese and Jacob Owen. Midfield three tonight, Captain Dylan Rees alongside Kyle Kenneford and Greg Walters. Seem to be playing a bit of a rotation one at the moment, but Greg looks to be the slightly more advanced of the three. And then you've got Benamoun and Dan Hawkins up top. It's proven, I'm sure, to opposition teams, they don't know what team Tony Pennock and Gary Richards are going to pick from week to week. So I think that's a positive, because I think when you've got Ben Fawcett on the bench, Owen Jones on the bench, they offer a lot of different attributes. As Barry looked to come forward, great recovery by Tabone, who has to go back to Zach. Left-footed, puts it out for a throw-in. They got a number of ball boys around the ground tonight who are going to get that ball, as certainly being trailing by the goal to nil here, they're going to be getting that ball back on the pitch as quickly as they can. But again, sloppy play is wave play on. No, it is a free kick to the Bluebirds. Barry a little bit sloppy with possession. Greg Walters pinched it and is then brought down on the halfway line. Good evening, Graham on YouTube. What a start indeed. I think it was just less than a minute played when the first goal went in. Yeah, it's been given us Benamoun in the first minute. A fantastic start for us. There was barely seconds. I would go as far as saying it's got to be the earliest goal in the Cymru Premier this season. Yeah, Tom Pritchard alongside me here in the stands is saying 20-odd seconds since when that goal went in. Bluebirds in possession now, just beginning to get a stamp on it. Ricochets over a Barry defender. Greg Walters is last man. Oh, appeals for a foul, not given. Barry again play it out. We've got a vocal crowd here at Jenner Park tonight who I'm sure are all wanting their boys to put a performance in and achieve top six themselves. Long way to go yet, but it's going to be an uphill battle for Barry here, trailing so early, but they got 89 minutes. Well, they did have 89 minutes to make amends. Chance for Mikey George, who slides in very aggressively, takes Rhys Abruzzese clean, I will say, but that was a very aggressive. If Abu gets the ball there, George is in trouble. ball forward. Amoun is offside. Flag does go up. Unlucky. I think it was the second phase there, and he was already made the first run. Barry come out with it then. Still looking at that. Mikey George, he's so lively. We've seen him play many times for Barry now, up and down the right-hand side. Great delivery with him as well. So Abu's going to have his a tough night tonight, I think. But I will say they're very similar in that. Mikey George is probably going to have a tough night if Abu going the other way. So one to watch those two. Again, Barry have given it away. 40-odd yards out, but Amoun to Hawkins. Hawkins round the back. He's got a chance to square it into the box. Oh, right across the box. Greg Walters just a second or two late to get onto the end of that one. Barry, again, as I said, the mascots, the ball boys on the sideline, throwing the balls to a player, replacing that ball as soon as they can. This is going to be a test of fitness tonight. The pace of the game is relentless. Yeah, comments coming in on YouTube. I think Greg did indeed play probably one of his better games. For me, he's been a great signing to come in. Obviously, he's a local guy, been with the club, been with the academy all the way through the age grades. Greg was. Had a couple of years away at Carmarthen in particular, where he was. He had the armband in Carmarthen as well. You know, at a time when Carmarthen had been in Cymru South. I think he somewhat matured as a player and as a person. You know, he's himself set up a business, and he's come back a real asset to us. Great through ball, thrown all the way out for a goal kick. Kane McLagan almost on at the end of that one. Panic over somewhat for the Bluebirds, but yeah, Greg's been playing well. He obviously had a little niggle of an injury at the tail end of the autumn. Come back at full strength, certainly after the Christmas break, and an assist for the equaliser. A goal that I joke with Greg that he didn't know too much about. And it could have been a couple more as well. So it's great to see him back playing at his best. Goal to report from the Newtown game. Penabont lead up there at Latham Park. It's 1-0 there. Owen Pritchard after just 5 minutes. As the Bluebirds come forward, Amoun nudged off the ball. Ref waves play on. Greg Walters, his teammate, right behind him, pinches it back though. Great play by Greg. Switches to Dan Hawkins. Chance to shoot. Lays it off to Ben Amoun, crosses right-footed, deflected. Oh, good catch by the keeper on the goal line. Kyle Kenneford was waiting for a spill there, but the keeper caught it high above him, underneath the crossbar. He does. Greg Walters, comments coming in on YouTube. He makes a great coffee at his mental health charity coffee shop in the middle of Haverfordwest. Get the boys a lift. I'm sure many of you will be aware of the great coffee there that himself and fellow namesake Ryan Evans, who also works there, not the same one as myself, but those guys amongst many others. Great team that they've got there, doing some great things. Graham, appreciate your feedback. Yeah, there's something we've introduced this year to have the graphic on screen. It just, I think, adds to perhaps solely the audio feedback. As Barry get half a chance in the box, but it's going to be cleared. Lee Jenkins calmly just clips it away. Dylan Rees also nudges it on. It's going to go off for a throw in on the halfway line. And again, that comes to that graphic. You can see exactly where the ball is, adding to perhaps the audio feedback. So yeah, appreciate your comments, Graham. Pamela down in Southampton, good evening to you. We really are going round the globe this evening. Across England, over in Spain. I think we got a Dubai listener or two. All coming from a very dark but pretty clear now. I said it was foggy and a lot of drizzle earlier on. It's cleared nicely, ready for kickoff. It's a little chilly, but being 1-0 up, I think that's warmed us all up here. Jacob Owen over on that far side from where I can see. Gets the ball back into play. Great throw from Jacob all the way down towards the left-hand side of the Barry defence. It's come off a Haverfordwest player, I think, and gone out. So Barry get us back underway. Right in front of the Haverfordwest fans over in that part of the stadium. Back to Armstrong, the keeper. Left-footed, just clips one in. It's one great header. Dylan Rees flicks it down for Kenneford. Flicks it down for Hawkins. Good quick play from the Bluebirds. Looking to get the ball up the pitch, but have lost it. But again, won it back. Barry, he's offside. That was close. Great through ball by Kane McLagan, the Barry captain, for Hulbert to run onto. He scored so many goals in that way in the past. He just lost out to the offside trap there. I think Luterborn knew where he was, raised an arm, called it, and got it right there. As the Barrytown mascot, apologetically, I've forgotten the name of the Barrytown mascot, but there's a massive 7.5, 8-foot dragon over on the far side who was appealing more than anybody for that one. It's apparently delayed. The game up in Connors Quay and Bala was delayed kickoff, so it's just kicked off up there. So they've probably allowed, a wicked strike out of nothing by Dylan Rees, I think it was. He really got behind that one. Great strike. It's gone straight at the keeper, comfortably saved out of a bit of a pinball of a period of possession for both teams in the middle of the park there. Dylan Rees let rip. Great strike. Really test the keeper, but needed a good pair of gloves behind it. As Barry come forward. Great head by Zach Jones. Just on the edge of the box. Puts it out for a throw-in. Again, as I said, the ball boy's doing a great job. Mikey George, the right wing back, has already got a ball in hand. He's got a half-decent throw here. So Barry are sending the big lads forward. Sainty, the biggest of them all. 6'4", 6'5". So he's gone up against Tabor in the box. Seen come in. A lofted one. It's decent, but it's straight at the front man, Shaker Bowen, who's headed that straight back where it came from. Barry play a quick one now. Again, I'm sure Tony Pennock would have warned his players that they don't hang about. They get balls back in. Crossed by George, headed by Hulbert. It's gone backwards towards the corner flag. It's press over on the far side. Cuts inside. He's got Rhys Abruzzese to hold up with him. Great pass inside. Shots deflected. Dan Hawkins does well to see it out all the way for a throw-in front of the Barry dugout. Ball already back in play and crossed. Is blocked again. Kyle Kenneford, the first to react to that one. Yeah, great numbers of views coming in already. We are at 300 across all platforms. Great to see such great numbers for what is a game, a big night of Cymru Premier football across the leagues. But certainly here, we have already secured our top 6 place, but Barry need a win if results aren't to go their own way, at least. And we'll be keeping an eye on that. There's still only one other goal across the leagues. Penabont lead, which doesn't really have an impact on the standings. They lead at Newtown through Pritchard's 5th-minute goal. Barry now, as you can see, just enjoying a little spell of possession in their own half. Armstrong with it, outside his box. Ball is still just assessing the options. Dan Hawkins is teetering on an opportunity to close him down, but Armstrong goes big. Again, finds a Haverfordwest shirt in our own half. Abruzzese, touch, control, and clears. Finds Dylan Rees. Great, just pinched. Great work by Wilmot. Good tackle, Jenkins. Alec Jones, sorry, it was. Dylan Rees clears to Kenneford, to Greg Walters. Calmly back to Zach Jones. Just looking again to just build up from the back here. Blues just spreading out into a shape that I'm sure Tony Pennock and Gary Richards would have been drilling into them throughout the season. Jenkins, it is down the right-hand side, but it's gone straight out for a throw-in. Yeah, anybody who's able to tell me the mascot's name, I'd appreciate the confirmation of that. I'm happy to call him Barry from now on, though, Graham. Free kick to Barry, and Lee Jenkins has kicked the ball away. A big appeals from the whole side. The ref's calling him over. I don't think he heard the whistle, to be fair. I think he's just going to have a little quiet word with him. It's a pretty noisy, good atmosphere here at Channa Park. I wonder whether... I didn't hear the whistle. A lot of players stopped, but Lee Jenkins, well after the Barry players had stopped, cleared the ball. Barry players appealing for a yellow card, but back underway. Appeals for an offside given. Flag is up. Barry's free kick wasted. Unfortunately for Barry. So looking at the table as it stands, Barry would miss out. Connors Quay would miss out, and it would leave Met, Carnarvon and Bala making the top 6 for the remainder of the season. But I'm sure as things pan out, that's going to change, at least temporarily. I'm sure we'll see goals go in. Connors Quay Nomads, the outsiders to get it. They're currently sitting in 8th, but with a chance if they've got to beat Bala at home tonight. It's only just kicked off, so we won't know until the very, very end of that game tonight what the final confirmation is. So we'll just concentrate on Barry Haverfordwest for now. Get a notification of a Nomads goal here on YouTube. Not come through on the Cymru app just yet, but I believe the Nomads have taken the lead, having finished talking about them. Barry coming out with possession from the back. Played forward, great ball again. Mikey George is such an asset to Barry on this right-hand side. They're looking for him every time. Will Richards it is at the centre of the back three for Barry tonight. Got an eye for a pass. I remember when I think he made his debut against us in a previous game. Accomplished centre-half, formerly of, I think it was Bath City maybe, where our friend Lee Kendall recently inducted into the Hall of Fame at Haverfordwest County, where he's currently the assistant manager. I think I'm right in saying Will Richards was Bath, although I got Gloucester in the back of my head as well. Could be one or the other there, but certainly of that region. Luke de Bourne heads forward. Finds number 2, Michael George again, who's played a great pass. It stayed in right along the touchline. Finds Hulbert. He's got Abruzzese in pursuit of him. Toe to toe. Hulbert squares it. It's blocked in front. Back heel. Kay McLagan in the box. Scores. Equaliser for Barry. Bluebirds appealing to the touchline for an offside flag. Not given. An experienced poacher of a striker, Kay McLagan. I'm sure when you see that one, the composure he needed to just turn, compose himself, and he scooped it into the top of the net above Zach Jones. Barry equaliser. As you hear, I'm sure around me, there's a big home support here tonight. They need a win, and that's the clean sheet gone for the Bluebirds tonight. 1-1 here at Jenner Park. 23.5 minutes gone. I've got a feeling that's not going to be the end of it. I hope I'm not jinxing it there, but I think there's a lot more to come here. Greg to forward to Abruzzese. 35 yards out. Strikes. Deflected. Finds Amoon at the back post. Swivels. Squares. Oh, is that over the line? Not given. Oh, Barrytown off the line. Ben Amoon, fantastic feet. Swiveled in the 6-yard box himself. Played it across. There's a Barrytown player on the line who keeps it out. This is lively. Barry almost going behind yet again there. We go again. Will Richards with the ball at centre half. Liam Armstrong, I should say, the keeper, was beaten at his near post underneath the keeper across. I don't think the linesman or the assistant referee would have even seen the ball. There were so many players on the line. Haverfordwest, there was appeals, but there wasn't humongous appeals. George with it, 35 yards out, skips past Abruzzese well. Chance to cross, just rushed his cross a touch, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Chance missed there from Barry. I don't think Mikey George realised how much space and time he had there. Almost 25 minutes gone here. Both teams finding the back of the net already. Rare occurrence on the Bluebirds Nest Live in particular this season. I don't think we've seen many halves of football that there's been 2 goals. So in that respect, it's great to see. However, it's as we are. Zach. Humongous kick from Zach. I wonder whether there's a little bit of wind in the air tonight. He's got a good kick anyway, but that was huge. Dylan Rees fouled just inside the half. Comical shouts from the home side here, I must admit. As much as I'm blue-tinted glasses, that was a foul. Not a dive, as the shouts suggested. Get a notification that it's 2-0 Nomads. Wow. Colin Caton's side potentially on the brink of missing out of the top 6 if that remains, I think. We'll once my Cymru football app loads up, I'll be able to give you an update on that one. But Ball across from Zach Jones off the free kick. Finds Jenkins' head, but it's cleared by Barry. Well dealt with by Abruzzese. Hooked on by Dylan Rees. Just looking to get a little bit of territory, I feel, with that one. It is indeed. Connors Key Nomads 2, Bala Town 0. So looking at the table as it stands now, Bala drop all the way down to 8th. Barry Town United, as it stands, are in the top 6 with a draw. Should we just shake hands now? Connors Key are going to be massive Haverfordwest fans for the night. They'll be wanting us to find the net again here. It's foul given against Lee Jenkins, and he is the first man to go into the book this evening, as you would have seen on screen. Barry again play it out from the back, have lost it. Dylan Rees squares it, left-footed, deflected. Barry come away with it. Wilmot comes away with it. Experienced campaigner Wilmot. Great signing for Barry. Won himself a free kick. Again, Barry just looking to play it as soon as they can. Yeah, they'll find that a little bit of momentum has swung their way, but I think the more they rush, they seem to give it away. So it may suit us, them play in such high tempo. Again, Barry lose it, but Kyle Kenneford quick to react, but has hoofed it up and into touch. Good evening, Adam, on the Facebook. It was a Ben Amoun strike after about 25 seconds, I'm going to say. Sure, when you watch it back, you'll be counting every second to see how far wrong or right I was there. Perhaps it wasn't even 25, actually. And then Kay McLagan with a well-taken goal inside the 6-yard box after about 24 minutes that equalised for Barry Town. Was indeed... Well, they've given Ryan Kavanagh the goal. I think that was wrong. It was certainly a Kane McLagan goal. Hulbert inside the penalty box. Back to goal. Lays it back. Over to the far side. Good skip. I think it's Wilmot on his left foot. Squares. Tries to catch Zach Jones out at the near post. While everybody was asking for the pullback. Went for the near post. But Zach does well to get down low to his right. Right at the base of the post. Out for a corner. It's that man Wilmot again. Heading over. Barry faithful in full voice here. Crossed, great area. Ball just skips over Luke Tabone's fringe there. But it was Jenkins coming up behind him with a right foot drill all the way back to the keeper. Dan Hawkins almost pinches it. Can't get over how brave Barry are playing out from the back tonight. They come forward. Great ball over to McLagan on the far side of the box. Chance on his right foot. What a tackle, Luke Tabone. Excellent tackle just before he pulled the trigger there. Jacob Owen all the way upfield to Ben Amoun. Won by Richards. Will Richards plays it inside. Chance for Barry to come forward. Lee Jenkins aware of it. He's on a yellow, as he was in the last game. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on that one. Alric Jones, left-footed, is surely giving us handball. Not. Mikey George wraps his arms around Alaric's head there as they both chase for the ball. That's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Referee waves play on. Reece Abruzzese skips forward, beats 2. Is not fouled. I think he was tripped there. Ref waves play on. Over 350 people with us on tonight's broadcast. It's fantastic to see. Warm welcome to all as Armstrong again allows the ball to come across his body. Great down diving header from Alric Jones. Finds Dylan Rees 35 yards out. Just weighing up his options. Sensibly goes square to Kyle Kenneford. Out to Jacob on the right-hand side. Inside to Dylan Rees. Unlucky. The 1-2 doesn't quite come off. Barry pinch it and come forward. Jenkins, great through ball to Hulbert. Played on by Luke Tabone on the far side. Chance to pull the trigger. Oh, that's fantastic defending, Alaric Jones. Another corner. Did well to get back and block that one. That was a strike that was on target. I think it would have been saved by Zach Jones. And right behind that one, Hulbert himself has gone to ground. I think he's just pulling his socks up a touch. But he's back on his feet. He's certainly one of the danger men for Barry. Had a number of injuries, I think, across the season. Has been in and out. But himself and McLagan, similar sort of journey this year. They're both in tonight. Short from the corner. Into the box. Square. Good move from Barry. Oh, Greg Walters reads it well. Just pinches it. Oh, it's almost perfect. From Dan Hawkins forward to Greg Walters. Great battle. Mikey George, the last man back, beats Greg Walters in a 50-50 there. That was marginal. Greg got a touch, and he came in at that pace yet again. That would have been an interesting one because he was potentially classed as the last man there if Greg had got there slightly before him. Barry, yet again, playing it really, really dangerously out from the back. Dan Hawkins against Sainty. Size is only one winner, but Dan Hawkins a little bit more mobile than the big man. Great control by Jacob. Left-footed hook all the way back to Richards, the 24. Central of a back three for Barry here. Plays it out to Wilmot in the middle. Back to him. Takes a step, just nudges it to his left. Breaking down the left-hand side. Right in front of the dugouts on the far side. Great interception, Jacob. Cuts inside, beats two. Fouled? Indeed fouled. Right in front of Steve Jenkins' dugout there. No real appeals. And from here, it looked like a foul, and they certainly didn't appeal. So, good decision, referee. No other goals to report other than Penabon 1-0 at Newtown. Connors Key lead 2-0 at home to Bala. 0-0 Carnarvon Flint. Cardiff met TNS 0-0 after 35 minutes. Just down the road here in Cardiff at Kincoid, that one. And obviously 1-1 here. Ben Amoon and Kane McLagan. And Amoon's going to be underneath this goal, this free kick by Zach Jones. It's nudged by Amoon. Mikey George is just trying to let it go out all the way. Does indeed go out all the way, right by the corner flag here. Interesting to see how many yards he tries to pinch it, because it's right next to the corner flag where that ball's gone out. Yeah, you can see it's tends never to be penalised this, but he's taken a good couple of steps out from the corner flag. I'd say 10 or 15 there. Anyway, it's headed on by Barry, but it only goes all the way through to Jenkins. Finds Tabone, who's just put one up in an area. Greg Walters has expertly brought it down from the skies onto his right foot, all the way back to Alric Jones. Chance to whip one. Does. Headed down by Richards. Finds Dylan Reese in a bit of space, 35 yards out. Out to Owen. Chance to cross. Good area. It's Hawkins against Sainty. Only one win in that aerial battle. Dylan Reese almost brought down a Barry player. Nothing given by the ref. Barry facing their own goal, but keeping possession. Sainty does indeed go long. It's flicked by Abruzzese. Just enough to evade Kay McLagan. Alaric Jones inside. Great play. Dylan Reese and Alaric Jones. Alaric forward to Wamoon. It's a slightly heavy touch, but he does so well to come out there. Building up territory here. Tabor now with it. Comes forward. Out to Jacob Owen. Cuts inside. On his left foot. Beats the first man. Skips inside the box. Low cross. What a save. An incredible save by Armstrong. On his line off a Dan Hawkins left footer. That's such a good save. Jacob Owens change of direction through his defender. He's broken into the top corner of the box. Fantastic ball into a danger area. First time Hawkins, left foot. It's gone straight at the keeper, but his positioning spot on there. Massive chance anywhere, either side of the keeper, and that's 2-1 to the Bluebirds. Corner then. Jacob plays it short to Hawkins. Back to Jacob Owen. Finds Abruzzese on his left foot. Crosses. It's hit Alaric Jones in the chest, but his arms had sort of closed in for a bit of security. The ref's given a goal kick because it ricocheted out for a goal kick anyway, but comical appeals here, if you can hear them, from the home faithful saying that he almost caught it. They're still smiling for now. We are coming up to 36 minutes play. It's been a good, entertaining fixture, this one. So nice not having jeopardy on our shoulders tonight. Barry obviously needing a win, but at the moment, with results going the way they are, they'd be happy with a draw. Mikey George, again, tenacious in the tackle. Greg Walters, his physicality getting the better of him, though. But it goes back to Sainty. Down the right-hand side, it's a through ball. It's going to go all the way through to Zach Jones. Halbert is so dangerous on that last man run. He's just waiting to get in behind. Tabone, Jenkins, and Alaric Jones doing well to marshal him and McLagan. Two of the very best in the Cymru Premier, those two, I feel. Up top, experienced campaigners, been in the leagues for a long time, scored a lot of goals, as we've seen. A late tackle, Wilmot. It's got to be, Bluebirds have got the ball, but the ref's waved. It's got to be a booking then. He's calling Wilmot across. He's caught Dylan Rees about 3 minutes late there. Yeah, Graham is saying get a bit of a foothold. It's been back and forth. I feel Barry looked dangerous on the break, as do we. But then both teams, to be fair, are going against the stereotypical Cymru Leagues team, and they're really playing football tonight. It's both keepers like the ball at their feet. Both teams looking to build it from the back. It's an entertaining one. And as I said, Zach Jones plays a short free kick to Dylan Rees, but the linesman has called the referee over. There's a bit of tussle between Tabone and Jenkins and two Barry players. He's just coming over to have a quiet word. That's been there from the start. Jenkins, obviously on a yellow card, needs to be wise to it. I'm sure he will. Zach Jones then. Not going to go short this time. Just going to clip one in. Great angle on it. Tabone's going around the back. Yeah, but it's just onto a Barry head who clear. Chance for Barry to break. Great defending, Kyle Kenneford and Jacob Owen, just forcing them back the way he came. Played forward, Barry on the left-hand side. A fancy flick, doesn't quite come off. Hawkins plays it down for Tabone on that far side, squares it back to... Oh, it's deflected wide. And it's not going to go up for a corner. Greg Walters on the penalty spot. His shot was on target, deflected, beat the keeper, but went round the far post. Oh, Dylan Rees is pinched this time in the centre circle. Wilmot advancing. It's 6 Bluebirds defenders back already. Excellent defending. And Rees Abruzzese comes away with it. Dylan Rees acknowledges it was a chance. He had to take it, but it didn't quite come off. Alaric Jones off. Superb ball out. Good tackle by Sainty. Red Ben Amoun's advances well there, the former teammates. Alaric Jones, a great ball down the touchline. Just enough for Amoun to hold it up. Went to knock it past Sainty and try and go around the big man. Didn't quite come off. Sainty read it. He's probably seen that one before. Blues back in possession. Tabone has tried switching one. Didn't really need that. And Barry have pinched it. Kane McLagan inside the centre circle. Dylan Rees pinches. Big appeals from the home side. Not given. Blues attack. Amoun tries to dink one in. Dealt with by Richards. And Barry come away with it. Chance not taken by the Bluebirds there. We could have been a little bit more clinical and put them to the sword there. The Linnets, the home side, Barrytown United coming away with it. Again, just happy to keep a bit of possession here. TNS have broken the deadlock down at Kincoid. It's 1-0 to the defending champions. They're looking to extend their own points tally, having finished their European campaign now. Again, Barry come away with it. Over to the left-hand side, where Margerton has got a lot of room to move into. He's got himself all the way up to the halfway line. The right footer playing the left centre-back role tonight. Just hasn't got really that whip with the left foot down the touchline. So it's very inward. And Haverfordwest deal with it comfortably. Headed clear. Again, back to Margerton. Plays it inside. It's a nice little pass. It's ricocheted off Dylan Rees. But the next follower pass has gone straight out for a throw-in. Chance gone there. So just a reminder of the league table for those listening in with an eye on that. We remain obviously in third place. We can't be caught tonight. We're 8 points as it stands clear of Cardiff Met in fourth. Carnarvon Town currently occupy that fifth spot on 32. Barrytown on 30 points. They'll be looking to get themselves, I'm sure, up onto 32 to give themselves the best opportunity of finishing the top 6. But currently, Connors Key on 29 So a goal by Haverfordwest County would put them above Barry Town. So at the moment, it's those two are closest competition to each other. But Bala, having started in the top 6 tonight, find themselves all the way down in 8th. Jacob taking his time. The mascot seemed to have disappeared from the far side. Perhaps just looking to slow things down to get in and have a chat with the officials from each club in the changing rooms. Bit of a warm-up, no doubt. Although it's a crisp evening, it wasn't. It was colder earlier on. It seems to have warmed up a touch. Coming up to 42 minutes. As I mentioned from the outset, at half-time, we will be playing in full our chairman Rob Edwards' interview with Pure West Radio from last night that certainly discusses in length the new proposals from the FAW about the EFL clubs joining our League Cup from next season onwards. Throw-in is dealt with well by Barry. Punt clear. Dylan Rees is the last man. Takes a touch with his right foot. Puts one back into an area. Again, it's Dan Hawkins against Sainty. Sainty's header not quite as crisp. Goes out for a throw-in. Again, Blues just going to slow things down here, I'd imagine. A couple of minutes stoppages probably to play. So I'd say 5 in total. Rhys Abrasezi, former Barry Town player himself, coming across to take this one. Got Ben Amoun, also former Barry. I think that's it. Looking around. I don't think anybody else has turned out for the home side. Sainty's put a great little ball forward, but Jenkins is going to deal with it. Calmly goes back to Zach Jones, the number 1 on the edge of his box, just assessing. Barry not looking to engage with it. So Zach goes short to Jenkins, out to Alaric Jones, right in front of us here on the touchline. Plays forward. Greg Walters on the turn. Good feet by our number 18. Abrasezi skips past 2, is tackled. Does well there. Wilmot and Mikey George allow it to come away, but the next pass jinxed them there. A little bit astray, but Barry get it back. Hulbert coming forward, over on the far side. Good feet, plays it inside. Wilmot, Kavanagh. Great through ball. Abrasezi, he said he's going to have a tough battle. Does so well to charge down the cross for a corner on this near right-hand side to us. Graham on YouTube, 3rd place this year, Graham, doesn't get you Europe because we've lost a place in Europe for this upcoming season. The coefficient only gives us 3. So this year, Welsh Cup winners, playoff winners and league champions only get Europe. So finishing 3rd wouldn't be enough. Sainty with a chance on the penalty spot is blocked and cleared. Big appeals for handball, nowhere near. But it comes back out to Wilmot. Right-footed cross. Good cross. Deep. Headed down. Oh, almost a chance for Sainty. Stay in your feet, Bluebirds. Chance. Strike and over the bar. Chance wasted from Barry there. That was a real opportunity for them. But 3rd place won't get us automatic European qualification, Graham. It's, whoever's going to be the points position in the league behind us, it's great that they're losing. 8 points if the results were to stay as they are. 8 points is a great head start, should we say, going into the Phase 2 fixtures. If TNS were to win the Welsh Cup, they remain the highest ranked team in the Welsh Cup, obviously. If they were to win that and the league, then 2nd place in the league was to pick up the automatic spot. So as it stands, that would see Penabont automatically going into Europe and us be the highest ranked team in the playoffs. If another team was to win the Welsh Cup, then Penabont, even in 2nd place, would come into the playoffs as the highest ranked team. And there's so many permutations. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, the objective certainly is to finish as high as we can. As I said from the outset, I think we'd be silly not to consider climbing the table. We've had such a successful start in Phase 1. Penabont aren't too far out of our sights at the moment. Why not try and get as close to them and even TNS? Why not? I'm being optimistic about it. 1 minute has been indicated, so we are seconds away now from the break, where, again, as I mentioned, we will play that interview pretty much as soon as the whistle goes here. It's about 13 and a half minutes of content. and then we will return for a second half to conclude phase one. As Barry Town come forward, last attack dealt with well, referee's whistle in his mouth. That is it for the first half. So I will leave you now with Rob Edwards, the chairman of Haverfordwest County, and his interview from last night's Pure West Radio Sports Show. See you in just under 15 minutes.
We are joined by the Haverfordwest County Chairman, Rob Edwards, because it's been an interesting few months at the Oggy Bridge Meadow Stadium, and an interesting day today as well, because details have emerged of a revamped Welsh League Cup for next season that would feature Swansea, Cardiff, Wrexham and Newport County alongside the JD Cymru Premier League sides, of which Haverfordwest County very much won. And there will be a place in Europe up for grabs for the winners. So I thought we'd get some reaction from Rob to this story, because it has picked up quite a bit of interest. Happy New Year and good evening, Rob. What was your reaction to this news?
Yeah, happy New Year, both. Good to see you back all as well. Yeah, look, there's always something going on in Welsh football. It's a non-stop Mardi Gras, as you'll know. Yeah, look, it's obviously things that have been spoken about as part of the league review, of which the league format was released recently, that went down pretty well. But that alone isn't going to change the landscape of Welsh football. It needs a radical change. You can't kind of do what you've done for 30 years and expect the club to overnight become a lot more competitive and to generate a huge amount of revenue. So it's something that has been on the horizon for a while. It was discussed in various meetings that clubs have had with FAW representatives. But I think obviously today there's been a lot of I'll say violently passionate views on the new format. But I just find it that we're in a position, in principle, yes, we like the idea of the fact that there's going to be more money coming into Welsh football, and this is what it can develop. But the key word is in principle. Like we don't know yet how they're going to do that necessarily. So the fact that there's so much negativity around it is crazy, really, because people are making comments and statements on what's right and wrong in this decision without actually knowing what the impact is going to be. Look, we see the value. I see the value. The club sees the value in Welsh football. It sees the opportunity. That's why we're doing it. And I think for us, as we sit, we're delighted that the FAW have seen that finally as well, and they see where the league can go, and they're going to put some investment in it. But it can't be just an amount of money the FAW put into the league, because they'll only invest once. They won't get the return that they need to continually invest that amount of money. It needs a radical change that will consistently bring in additional revenue, not just the Cymru Premier clubs. It's not about one club. It's not about one league. It's not about one competition. It's about Welsh football as a whole. If more money comes into Welsh football, it will benefit everybody. And that's what we're signing up for. And that's what we will hold the FAW accountable for again, it's said it's in principle. It's not been approved by EFL. It's not something that is guaranteed that's going to happen. So in principle, yeah, I think it could make a really big difference. We just need to know the workings of exactly what that means before we can really make an educated decision. But like I said, there's been a lot of negatives, a few positives flying around, but it's hard to really make a case for either without knowing the direct impact of what that means for clubs. But overall, look, we want the best for Welsh football, and if that means the Cymru Premier not having a UEFA competition spot for itself, obviously we're going to be in the competition. There's no guarantees that these clubs will win it, but the Cymru Premier's flirted with losing the fourth spot year in, year out. So it's not something that we're guaranteed to have with or without that. And I think the financial impact of this competition, if it's marketed and the kind of numbers and the benefits that have been spoken about come true, then it would far outweigh the kind of benefit of one club playing in European competition. So we've got to look bigger picture.
Gordon.
Yeah, collectively, Rob, it's. I can remember the old Welsh League Cup years ago, or even the Welsh Cup when Newport, Swansea, Cardiff, and Wrexham were involved then, And I do remember Swansea and Cardiff both playing on the old Bridge Meadow, and it brought in a tremendous amount of interest and crowds. So hopefully, if they go ahead with this with a new sponsor with the competition, and really give it a big boost in Welsh football, which you've just been talking about, I can see it as a positive. And I'd also like to say congratulations to you, Rob, and the club on the new 3G service. I think it's a really it's an improvement and making the town move forward as well, because on a business structure, you can obviously let the pitch out during the winter months and summer months all year long, and hopefully that will bring a bit of income in to keep the Welsh League football side running at the level they're at now. And they're in a great position, as we're well aware. They're third in the Cymru Premier. That's brilliant going into the split, and that's before tomorrow's night game against Barry Town, the last game of the split. So well done on all those fronts, and I can see things positively moving forward.
Thank you, Gord. Yeah, look, it's been a long time coming. The pitch, we've been really open and vocal about what we want to do with the club. Not necessarily on the pitch. On the pitch, we know we're probably not, for a number of reasons, got to where we wanted to get to in the league position. Although we obviously had a European playoff win and a great campaign in Europe, we've always felt we should have been a top 6 side over the last few seasons. So to get there and to get there comfortably is obviously a credit to Tony, the coaching team, the recruitment done in the summer in terms of bringing in more experience. So on pitch, I think we deserve to be in the position we're in, and hopefully that's now the floor in terms of where we can expect to be going forward. Off the pitch, we've not been shy about the agenda in terms of growing the women's and girls game, improving the kind of competitiveness and the attraction of the academy. We've always tried to do as much as we can in terms of activations within the community, but this now gives us a lot more ammunition to really impact the town. So it's been on our agenda from the get-go, and we've done what we could with the facility that we have. But now having our own pitch in our backyard with everything around it is a great testament, not necessarily just to me, but the board that put so much time in, particularly Married, the vice chair, to make it happen, and everyone's embraced the opportunities that it can come with inside the club. So it's a great team down there, and I think we're on a really good trajectory to make real positive change within the town.
And the numbers you've had, certainly on New Year's Day, the attendance for the Haverfordwest game, that was backed up as well against Britain Ferry, Rob. It feels like that connection that you've worked so hard to really forge in the time you've been at the club is there. And you must have been like really proud of the attendance figures that you've had and the way people have been getting behind the side.
Oh, Matt, like New Year's Day to have we're capacity of 1,500, so we were 27 short of having a sellout crowd. I'm not sure the last time the Bridge Meadow had a sellout crowd for a Haverfordwest game. I think at Haking Goodwick Cup final has probably had a few sellouts in the past, but not for Haverfordwest. And I think it's a lot of work gone in by the team for months leading up to that to make that really successful. We wanted to make it a great homecoming. We wanted to make a kind of festival atmosphere, and it was backed up with 3 points on the pitch, which hopefully then incentivized people to come back. And obviously we gave them an even better show 4 days later when we beat Britain Ferry 5-1. So yeah, look, we're doing all we can to bring people down and make it a really good day out for people. And they're buying into it, and hopefully they'll keep coming back. But to have over 500 on a Saturday game is a big breakthrough, because we know how difficult it is with the competitive kind of awareness of Pembrokeshire League. Midweek we tend to have good attendances regardless. A lot of sport going on in Pembrokeshire on a Saturday, so that was nice to break that milestone. And yeah, look, it's so important that people keep coming back and supporting us, and we'll keep doing all we can to make sure we put on a good show on and off the pitch. But yeah, the New Year's Day was particularly really proud. We had some nice messages from people locally that went to the game, and it felt really was a really big day.
It looked absolutely fantastic. Let's just finish. I know you need to go, but just on the League Cup story, Gordon mentioned the teams that had played in Europe in the past that qualified through the Welsh pathway. I think Wrexham were the last team to do so in 95-96. They played in the Cup Winners' Cup, the last time to do it through a domestic platform. And they'll have one eye on this, Rob, won't they? Let's not beat about the bush, because for Wrexham and their story, the chance to get into European football, that must be really whetting their appetite. Is there a feeling from the Cymru Premier sides about that, and wanting to make sure this is done for the right reasons and that one club doesn't dominate more than the other? Is that something that's on your kind of agenda when you look at this idea?
Whenever anyone talks about Welsh football, the first club they mention is Wrexham. That's a testament to the brand that the owners have created and the awareness that it's had. I think Wrexham is great for Welsh football. It's a great story for Welsh football, and it ultimately brings in income to Welsh football, although not directly spent within the domestic league. It will impact at some level throughout Wales, but having a marketing machine like Wrexham in a competition is going to generate interest, which therefore generates commercial opportunities, right? That's the big thing that we will need to understand is this competition isn't for them. Yes, they're going to get the benefit of European competition, but it's not for them. It's for Welsh domestic football. The benefit of having those clubs in it is for Welsh domestic football, not for Cardiff, Newport, Swansea, because if they qualify for European competition, yes, it's quite lucrative, but relatively, that amount of money to Cardiff, Swansea, particularly, probably more so for Newport and Wrexham, it's quite a substantial amount of money. But for Cardiff and Swansea, it's not a huge amount of money. It's not going to directly impact the trajectory in which that club goes. The benefit is and needs to be, and from our understanding, is purely for investment in the Welsh leagues. If one of these clubs qualify, they're going to compete. You would expect them to compete more in European competition. If we bring our coefficient up, that generates a huge amount of additional money into Welsh football. The competition alone, with sponsorship, with TV rights, with streaming, with attendances, with like that's going to directly impact Welsh football. So that's what I mean from the beginning. It's not about one club, one competition, one league. Yes, I'm for a tier 2 side not to compete in the Nathaniel Cup is probably disappointing for them, and I get that point of view, but they need to weigh up playing 1 or 2 games in that competition against potentially the level of investment and development within infrastructure across the leagues, which you would expect would far outweigh that negative. So I see some elements of it, but as I said, it's bigger picture, and I think having eyes on the league is only going to be a positive, and I really look forward now to seeing what that the nuts and bolts of what that entails, and whether we can see tangibly whether that really impacts the league that we in a way that we feel it will.
Agreed. We'll follow this story, and I think it will continue to get a bit of interest as they kind of put it together and maybe come up with something more concrete. Rob, I think Haverfordwest against Wrexham would be amazing on the Oggy Bridge Meadow. I think we'd have to call it the Fly on the Wall documentary derby, and because you've both done your own behind the scenes.
The Rob and Ryan derby. We're both got Robs and Ryan, so we'll take them on.
Exactly. I think Haverfordwest is better than the Wrexham one. Let's be absolutely frank about it. But that would be exciting. Good luck at Barry tomorrow. Obviously, a bit of a break coming up before you head into the second stage of the season. But do pass on our best wishes to Tony Pennock and the team, because it has been a brilliant phase 1. We're really proud of the work you guys are doing. So keep it up, and good luck at Barry. We'll let you go, Rob. Thank you very much for being with us on Pure West.
Noswaith Shwmai, croeso, welcome back, hello, good evening to Jenna Park, here live broadcast of the Bluebirds Nest this evening. Barry Town United 1, Haverfordwest County 1 at the break. Teams are yet to return to the field of play at the moment. It's, I'd say 15 minutes has passed. The video was 13 and a half to 14 minutes. So we're expecting them to come round the corner over on the far side, the clubhouse end. We'll do the update on the team shortly, but just to update you with how things stand, Barry Town United currently occupying the 6th spot of the top 6, the Championship Conference. They are relying on the fact that Bala have dropped out. They are 3-0 down away at Connors Quay Nomads, who themselves are just 1 point behind Barry Town United. So Haverfordwest goal puts Barry into 7th. So it has all come down to our game as it stands. I can't see Bala coming back from 3-0 down, even with 45 minutes to go. I would be surprised with that one. So as far as I'm concerned, it's all on Barry Town United versus Haverfordwest. As it stands, Barry could hold out for the draw and get the top 6. However, a goal would put them well clear and in a little bit of a comfort zone. But a Haverfordwest goal would cruelly knock Barry Town United out of the top 6. So I'm sure there's many Connors Quay Nomads fans perhaps tuning in or certainly keeping an eye on the app this evening about what is going to happen in this second half. Now, I'm wondering, there is still no sign of the players to come out from the dressing room. The Connors Quay Nomads versus Bala game kicked off 15 minutes afterwards due to fog. Surely there hasn't been a delay in proceedings here. I'm looking around. Nobody seems to know any different. I can ad-lib like the best of them, but 15 minutes of sitting in the cold in Barry tonight. There's only so much I could talk about. I'd have to talk about the EFL teams, I think. And I don't want to put myself in the firing line for that one. So we await the teams to come back. I'll go through the lineups. As we're aware, there's no changes. I can see all the Haverfordwest substitutes are still on the pitch. Nobody's been called in. The players, thankfully, are reappearing. So we will be back underway with the second half shortly. That's a long, long break that they've had there. I agree with that comment, Graham. I'll say no more. So, teams. Bluebirds started off. Zach Jones in goal. Rhys Abrasezi. Dylan Rees with an assist. The captain himself picking up an assist on that one. Lee Jenkins, who picked up a yellow card in the first half. Dan Hawkins, Alaric Jones, Greg Walters, Kyle Kenneford, Jacob Owen, Luke Tabone, and Ben Amoun, our goal scorer. After, if anyone can tell me, if they've seen the highlights, I'd love to know how quick that goal came, but it was barely seconds on the clock before we took the lead here at Jenner Park this evening. The home side don't look like they've made any changes, so they will continue, I think, with Leon Armstrong in goal. Michael George, who was probably one of Barry's better players, offers a lot, and he was a threat in that first half from right wing back. Callum Sainty, Ben Margetson, and William Richards, the back three centre halves. Kane McLagan, the goal scorer and the captain, even though I think Ryan Kavanagh on the Cymru Football app is down as the goal scorer. I think it was pretty clear that Kane got that one in the net. Keenan Patton, Robbie Wilmot, Ollie Hulbert, Evan Press, who had the assist. Got 5 on the bench for Barry this evening. I'm surprised that a home game. I know there's a number perhaps injured. I think it was Elliot Richards for Barry Town United having a bit of a late fitness test I saw before the game. He obviously's missed out. But Luke Rees, Sam Snaith, Aidan Lewis, Ian Owen and Harrison Bright on the bench. Unless he's carrying a niggle, I would be amazed if we don't see Sam Snaith in the latter stages perhaps. If Barry are chasing a goal, the big man will be coming on to perhaps go 3 up top maybe. Or, as I said, Ollie Hulbert and Kane McLagan, the Barry front two. They've had quite the injury-struck season so far, so perhaps they might be running out of gas late on. But Sam Snaith, I can see him over on the far side. in the warmth in the Barry home team dugout. So it's going to be a Bluebirds kickoff. No changes. Everything as we were. Bluebirds in front of me now, left to right, shooting towards the clubhouse. It'll be the reverse. If you see any footage from the Scorio cameras this evening, you'll have a reverse angle. I can see the cameras up in the gantry on the far side. A great vantage point down on the Jenner Park pitch. We are underway. Greg Walters back to Dylan Rees, who goes long. It's almost over Richards' head, but head's clear. Dan Hawkins tries to prod it forward with his head, but Barry do well to come away with it. Keenan Patton, the number of Barry faithful screaming behind me yet again. I'm sure that's a sign of things to come here. I have to put up with that, I think. They're appealing. There was an off the ball coming together. Dylan Rees, and I think it was Kane McLagan, the two captains. Dylan's experience, I'm sure, would have run a pathway there to stop McLagan going forward, but just the coming together. McLagan was appealing dramatically, I will say, on the floor, but referee waved the play on. Officials would have seen it, so Bluebirds on the attack. The cross from Dan Hawkins with his left foot was blocked. Out for a throw-in, so Jacob Owen from the right-hand side, offering us the furthest distance on this incredibly large Jenner Park surface. Wiping the ball, the mascots and the ball boys, I should say, sorry, on the track around Jenner Park, all with a ball in their hand. Barry are going to look to push for a goal, I feel, in this game. They're going to look to cement their place in the top six. Abruzzese gets the 1-2 off Dan Hawkins. Dan Hawkins into the box, does well to skip past Sainty. Over in the far corner, Hawkins cuts inside onto his right foot. Crosses, it's a deep one. Jenkins tussles in the middle. Pacey Ollie Hulbert comes away with it. Jenkins on a yellow, needs to be careful. But Hulbert's pace, impressive. Jenkins, no slouch as a centre-half neither. Forces Hulbert backwards to Patton in the midfield. Out to Evan Press, this left wing-back position. I think he's right-footed, but with his left foot, a great ball. Patton is flagged for offside. It's comedy value from the home supporters behind me. Apologies for any foul language that might have been picked up there. It's going to be a goal kick, and Zach Jones taking his time to come out. I wonder what the team talk would have been like from Tony Pennock and Gary Richards in the change rooms at the break. I don't think they'll be sitting back and happy with a point here. I think the more Barrytown attack will open up space in behind for the lively Dan Hawkins, who already is looking to get a Lee Jenkins forward ball through. Alaric Jones on the left-hand side, on the touchline, just loses out to the linesman's flag there. Throw in to Barry. Looking across the leagues, there has been a goal at Newtown, an equaliser for Newtown. 1-1 there, it seems, at Newtown. Good couple of games this evening. Good night to get involved in Cymru Premier football. A lot of jeopardy at stage. Barry played forward and Wilmot. Great through ball. Kane McLagan beats the trap. Straight into Zach Jones's hands. I think he could have got on the end of that one. I think he's gambled that perhaps Zach was going to hesitate. But the Kiwi keeper comes to collect well. Bluebirds on the attack straight away. Barry got a number of players forward. So there's going to be openings. There's certainly more goals in this, surely. Tabone on the right-hand side. Forward to Jacob Owen. Back to Jenkins. Zach Jones given an option right on the edge of his box, but comfortable for the Bluebirds. Barry just sitting off. Two strikers on the halfway line. Just happy for the Bluebirds to have it. I wonder whether Barry, like as I said, may be happy with the point and just seeing the game out. But a goal changes everything. Bluebirds, as I said, I'm sure Tony Pennock's mentality would have been, let's go and win the game. Let's get as many points as we can. Let other teams worry about themselves. Tabone to Jacob Owen on the right-hand side then. Cuts inside Evan Press. Does well. The left wing back has pinched it back. Kavanagh comes away with it. Chased back by Canniford. I think he's going to pick up a yellow card there. Took one for the team. Does indeed. Canniford picks a yellow card up. I think, to be fair, it is a yellow, but it's the first yellow card that I think, other than Lee Jenkins' one, that is probably deserved. Home fans giving a sarcastic cheer. I actually think that probably is a yellow, as Jenkins, I think, was as well. Referee Alex McKinch having a good game, yeah? So far. Wilmot then delivers a deep cross. It's going to go all the way around the back. Oh, Mikey George sliding tackle is caught. I think it's Dylan Rees right on the back stick, completely off the ball. Gets back to his feet. Dylan looks at... No, it's Ben Amoon, actually. He was competing there. Sliding tackle, trying to get onto the end of that one. Nowhere near the ball. Obviously, the big man gingerly trotting back towards the halfway line, speaking to the referee, appealing for a foul there, but it's going to be a goal kick anyway. Delighted to say that we've hit the 500 mark this evening. Over 500 of you across all platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and the Cymru Sport app, as the Bluebirds come forward. And ball surely not given. Greg Walters was playing a through ball to Hawkins. He's clearly hit. Oh, great control by Dan Hawkins. Brings it down. His pass just goes astray. But Canniford pinches it back. Forward to Greg Walters. Blues on the attack here. Good ball forward from Jacob Owen. Round the back for Hawkins. Does well. Richards does well. It's going to be a goal kick. Good defending by the big man. Goal kick from the home side. Again, the keeper is going to play it short here, is he? They're mad. They're very, very brave, I will say. Steve Jenkins' team, relentless. Oh, he's changed his mind. No, he does indeed play it inside his penalty box. They're looking to play out from the back. Richards then, he goes long. All the way down to Hulbert, who heads it straight into touch. Alric Jones, no, he's kept it in. Alric plays it straight back down the line. It's table tennis here. All the way forward. Jenkins' head's going to win that one. Flicked on. Well, Canniford is just going to go through to Zach Jones inside his penalty area with 30 yards of space. Hasn't picked it up yet. I wonder whether he's not going to pick it up because it was somewhat a pass back. Plays. No, he doesn't. Dummies. Just Barry are in no stress in coming and clinch that ball. So the Bluebirds themselves play out. Alric Jones back to Canniford. On the ball, spins to Jenkins. He's got options to his right. Does use it to Bourne. He's got Greg Walters in front of him in space. He will turn. Opens his body up well, Greg. He's coming backwards. Just maintaining possession. All the way back to Jenkins in the middle of the field. Out over on the far side to Dylan Rees, the captain. Inside to Canniford. Good spell of possession here from the Bluebirds. Little clip forward. Dan Hawkins is going to get in and behind. Abruzzese is tackled. It's going to be... He's given a goal kick. Must have perhaps seen a ricochet because Abu's cross was certainly made contact with the Barry player and went over the line. Must have ricocheted back onto Abu's shin, I wonder. Armstrong, again, two centre-halves either side of him in the box. Amoon and Hawkins right up on the edge of the penalty box. Just stopping Barry playing. Yeah, he's pushing his centre-halves up. Change of plan. The first big clearance, perhaps, from Armstrong coming. Forcing Barry to put it into an area so that Haverfordwest can compete for it. Carnarvon have taken the lead at home to Flint. So Carnarvon doing themselves every chance of making the top six. They've actually jumped above Cardiff Met by scoring that goal. So Carnarvon now currently operating in fourth spot, 6 points behind us. I think Carnarvon minimum they need tonight would be a point, I think. There's so many permutations to how it could go though, but Carnarvon helping themselves with a goal at home to Flint. Obviously closes the gap on us in third. They have signed incredibly well, it seems, in the January transfer window already. Headed clear by Alric Jones. Is going to go out for a throw right next to the corner flag in the opposite side of the field to us. Barry already getting us back underway. Again, as I said in the first half, really want to play with this high tempo. Crossed, another throw in. Abruzzi does well. No, it was Dan Hawkins actually who blocks that one. As I said, Aber signed really well. The TNS loanee Josh Locke, who played against us on Boxing Day for Newtown, has switched over to the Oval up in Carnarvon. They've also gone for Blaine Hudson from TNS at centre half. He's gone in on loan. And I think just today, Canavan from TNS has also gone to Carnarvon. So 3 loanees from Carnarvon. And they've also picked up a goalkeeper from Swansea City on loan as well. So good incomings from Carnarvon. But for me, one of their best players, Zach Clark, they've lost him to TNS. So those 2 clubs shaking hands on a couple of deals. Zach Clark, the striker, he's impressed all season, to be fair. He has found himself full-time football at TNS. Kenneford on a yellow, needs to be careful. Just having a little nibble there against Evan Press. Alric Jones, what a tackle. Excellent tackle. Takes the ball and man. Again, shouts from supporters here. It's the cleanest tackle. It's aggressive, it's physical. Some supporters saying, won the ball, great challenge, to be fair. But certain individuals appealing for a foul. They're never, ever a foul. Game's gone if that's a foul. Alaric Jones, ball and man. Love it all. Throw in, though. Went about 40, 50 yards, that tackle. It's out for a throw in on the far side to Barry. It was Patton on the receiving end there. He gets in underway, and it's Alaric's head this time that puts it out. Keeping an eye on goals, seeing if things change. Unless a Bala Town comeback occurs, it's as we are. Barry will be celebrating at the end of the night if it stays like this. However, as I said, we're not sitting back. Tony Pennock, I think, is telling his boys to go out and see if we can pinch 3 here. Certainly spoil the party. Coming up to 57 minutes here. Zach Jones is coming across to take a free kick after Abu. Reece Abruzzi was brought down. Zach way out of goal. Just plays it sideways to Lee Jenkins. Confidence in his centre half. Jenks plays it calmly out to Tabone, who steps in. Hulbert plays, almost comes off for an Amoun Walters combo up in the Barry final third. But Barry come away with it. Good attacking mindset from the Bluebirds here, looking to get the ball forward, confident on the ball, confident in possession. But so are Barry. Margetson on this near side now with press. Just again playing it around. He's going to go square to Richards in the centre. He's under a bit of pressure from Amoun, but his left foot has cleared it upfield. Tabone brings it down on his right and hooks clear straight back in. Amoun's going to compete for this. Oh, it does well. Margetson. Good football from Barry. It's pinched by Greg Walters. Good tackling. Oh, it ricochets. Good tackle, Jacob Owen. Pinches the ball. Man on Dills. Forward. Oh, almost comes off for an Amoun through ball. Kenneford again. He's on a yellow. Needs to be careful. Shirking nothing. Again a headache from the congregation around me here. Some terrible shouts. Oh, misplaced. Doesn't cross the line. Margetson still got it. Inside to Wilmot. He's been impressive in the middle tonight. To 14. It's gone back to Margetson. Out to Will Richards. Right-sided centre half this second half. Can only find Jenkins' his right knee. Comfortably brings it down to Dullan, to Abu. Cuts inside. Goes back. Alric Jones. Trusted left foot. Just puts it in an area. Almost like a rugby full-back. Putting it into an area there. But Barry have come away with it well. They're playing some good football the home side. Jenkins on a yellow. Needs to be careful. Stays on his feet. Ball across. It's too far. All the way out. For a throw in on the near side. Barry, opportunity missed. First substitution incoming. Interestingly, it's Captain Kane McLagan who's making way. And number 18, Ian Owen, formerly of Avon Lido, made the change to Jenna Park this summer. Comes onto the pitch, you know, in no rush to depart, which will certainly help Barry's cause. Harry John deep in conversation with Gary Richards on the far side. Looks like Harry John, our number 14, will be coming on shortly. Deep in conversation with the clipboard there. I can see Sam Snaith is getting warm, not too warm, but just going through his paces. But Ian Owen, pacey frontman, will come up top and partner Ollie Hulbert. Those two now, again, looking to get in and behind at every opportunity. There's not much of Ian Owen, but I've seen what he can do. He scored a couple of great goals already for Barry since coming up from the Cymru South. 60 minutes gone here, 30 to play. Looking across the games, Penabont have taken the lead again up at Newtown. Connors Key still 3-0 lead. Carnarvon 1-0, TNS 1-0. And currently the only draw is here at Jenna Park, but it suits Barry. Best signing in the last 4 years, Rhys Abrasese. There's been several great signings, but you'd have to say he's certainly been near the very, very top of the bunch. Some excellent goals, great creativity, and to be honest, a great guy as well on and off the pitch. He's a great asset to us. Ball back in play. It's getting a little bit ragged. You could say that, yeah, on the YouTube. It's played really well forward by Armstrong. He's not playing it short anymore. They're certainly looking to play it forward. I think from both sides, there seems a little bit of an edge to it now that Barry are beginning in particular to think about permutations. The Blues just need to slow things down. Hulbert, good play by Hulbert just to go and cut Alaric Jones's pass back to Zach Jones out of contention. Alaric had to turn and play it down the line. Another substitution incoming. Yeah, good move, Tony Pennock, I think. Kyle Kenneford on a yellow. Has had a good game, good 62 minutes, but it's Harry John who comes on. Kyle has, I'd say, been anchoring that midfield with Dylan Rees, with Greg Walters just in front of them. So I can see Greg already has dropped back. Him and Dylan will now anchor with Harry John in the number 10 position, the central attacking midfielder. Still awaiting his first senior goal, Harry John. It'd be great for him to come tonight. Cross come across from Barry. Evades everybody out the backside. Evan Press on his right foot. Good area. All the way through to Zach Jones, who comes to collect calmly, comfortably, but very well. Zach rolls to Lee Jenkins. Back to Bourne, bounces off to Bourne, back to Jenks, out to Alaric Jones on the other side. Back to Alaric Jones, just taking a time. Barry really sitting off, giving the Bluebirds plenty of space. Just want to see it out for a draw if they can. They don't want us to break, so they're certainly trying to keep a second half clean sheet, but the ball is chipped ahead. Ben Amoun broke the line, is onside, has to come backwards towards his own goal. Barry clear for a throw-in. So 63 and a half minutes gone here. Throw-in down the side. It's played off a Barry play. He's kept it in over on the far side. Only as far back as Abu. Forward to Dylan Rees. Great spin, Harry John. Just too many around him, unfortunately. Beat two with his body position. But then Callum Sainty, who's probably twice the size of Harry, comes in and picks his pocket. Tabone and Ian Owen, little and large this side of the pitch now. Tabone outmuscles the youngster. Plays it back to Jenkins. Out to Alaric Jones on the left-hand side of a back three. Back into Jenks, inside the centre circle. Just approaching the Barry half. Out to Tabone. Again, great angles by Ian Owen. Experienced, but great ball by Tabone. It's around the back. Margison has to put it out for a corner. Tabone, excellent pass, finds Dan Hawkins in a bit of pocket of space on the edge of the box. Hawkins, his first time, right-footed little dink over the back line. Almost plays in Amoun. but a right-footed clearance pitched up over the crossbar-ish area of the Barry goal line and out for a corner. Could be a short one, but Jacob Owen and Abruzzese over this one. 2 arms in the air. A lot of movement in the box. Referee's keeping an eye on it. Abu just pitches it into an area. Headed clear by Richards. Only finding Walters. Heads back in an area. Punch clear by Armstrong. Harry John with a strike. Left-footed. Blocked. It's going to go out for a throw-in, I think, over on the far side. Greg Walters gets it. Has to play it. Yeah, he's come off a Barry player there. So, Haverfordwest throw. Captain Dylan Rees goes back to Alric Jones on his left foot. Jacob Owen, who was the last man back, in a central role now, just nudges it out to Tabone. Finds Greg Walters in the centre circle. Getting a lot of possession here. Walters, great through ball. Oh, the 1-2 almost comes off for Dylan Rees and Benamoon that time. Barry are really holding firm this back line. They're almost playing 5 at the back now rather than wing backs. Really staying back and absorbing this pressure. Will Richards pitches one down, but Alric Jones time to chest control it and play it out. Is fouled from behind. Linesman flag. No way, according to the my audience here in the stand. Clearly a foul in the back. Hulbert through the back of Alric Jones. Feel Alric knew it was coming and rode it. He's already back up on his feet, probably with a big smirk on his face. .66.5 gone. Zach Jones clears. Jacob Owen and Press compete. Press wins that battle. Ian Owen is everywhere at the moment. Good introduction of a bit of legs, I feel, from Steve Jenkins' team. Good tackle, Luke Tabone. Comes away with the ball. Oh, unlucky Ben Amoun. Tabone having a really good second half here. Plays it forward to Amoun. And under pressure, his first touch just evades him and comes out for a throw-in right in front of us here on the halfway line. Press with the ball in hand. Plays it short to Wilmot. Has it back. Left-footed. Around Harry John. Keeping that man working, but can play it forward. Only finds Tabone. It's deflected, but does find Zach Jones. Calmly out to Alric Jones. Alric himself having a good game this afternoon. Evening even. Abruzzese to Dylan Rees. 1-2. Deflected. Out for a throw. Tony Pennock for the first time, I think, this entire game out of his technical, well, on the edge of his technical area. Giving a few commands passionately. Wonder who that was aimed at. I didn't quite see, but certainly motivating his players to go up perhaps a level or two here. I feel there is still a goal in this. Abruzzese does well. Down the left-hand side. Sainty through him, but Abruzzese too quick. Oh, ricochets off Abu and out for a goal kick. No, going to be a nail-biting 20-odd minutes for Barry. As it stands, they join us in the top 6. Armstrong himself taking his time with the goal kick. Almost 600 of you tuning in. Warm welcome to you all. Please feel free, whatever platform you're listening to get involved in the chat. Let us know where you are. We've had a very international themed first half right across England and Wales. People were joining in from. Great to see, as well as international guests, international listeners, I should say, over in Spain. Jacob Owen's grandparents, who certainly are having a warm welcome. And I'm pretty sure we've still got a couple of listeners over in Dubai. As Barrytown break, Ollie Hulbert just approaching the edge of the box. Cuts inside on his right foot. Greg Walters does well to block the angle. Hulbert puts it straight out for a throw-in on the far side. Misplaces his pass. Possibly could have tested Greg Walters there and tried to aim for the far corner. There was a slight chance for him to pull the trigger, but opted for a pass. But Mikey George, too quick, was trying to get around the back himself and was ahead of the ball. Barry back with it. Press, plays it forward. Patton on the edge. Strike from press. Wide of the post. Goal kick. The mascots, ball boys, saying it every time. Ball boys can't wait to get the ball back on the pitch. So Zach can't even take his time to go and collect it. But he's over the ball in very central position on the 6-yard line. He himself is opting to go big, though. He's sending his centre halves forward, ushering them forward. Officials not yet telling him to hurry up. The home fans, I'm sure they're happy for him not to play it forward. The draw's enough for Barry. Played forward. Alaric Jones, great header. 2 headers from Alaric. It's head tennis here. 6 headers in total here. And there's going to be another one. Will Richards wins it. Bounces. And then Abu says he's just going to clip it forward into an area. Dan Hawkins up against the last man. It's beaten in the air. Barry clear. I've just had notification that Brentford have equalised in the 92nd minute. As a Man City fan, that's cruel. But let's concentrate on Haverfordwest and the Cymru Premier. Evan Press lays it back to Wilmot. He's been impressive in the midfield tonight. He plays a 1-2. He's round the back, but Tabone deflects it. Zach keeps it in. Ball in hand. Zach, ball in hand, on the edge of his box. Throws it to Bourne, again in a lot of space. Ian Owen allowing him to have that space, just cutting out that pass back to his keeper. Harry John gets it, stumbles, but gets back on his feet, does well there. Jenkins has to play it forward on his left foot, but Sainty does well to turn around and go back to his keeper. The tempo seems to have just drastically dropped here at Jenner Park. Team's just happy to see this out, perhaps at the moment. Barry faithful will be happy with that. Perhaps us not so much. Still think Tony Pennock will be looking to get another goal. Going into phase 2 with 42 points would be a great achievement. We've already broken many, many records of a Cymru Premier season, including obviously our inaugural place in the top 6, the elusive top 6 we've chased for years since returning to the Cymru Premier. We've got it. We will be competing in the Championship Conference after, I believe, a break of about 10 days coming up. I think once the fixtures are released, it'll see us play our next fixture a week Saturday or even a week Friday. Where is still to be told. Luke Tabone still showing he's got a turn of pace after 72.5 minutes. Gets away from young Ian Owen, but then ends up turning back, giving it to Jenkins, who pushes it out to Alaric Jones, who plays really long, all the way into the 6-yard box. Keeper comfortably collects. Ambitious effort. Alaric's been pretty good on his trusted left foot tonight, but that one too far, certainly. Keeper rolls it out to Richards, who steps into midfield here almost. Pops it off to Margerton. The right foot there. Plays it back to his keeper. Back to his keeper, well outside his box. Kicks it long. It's going to get around the back, but Alaric Jones heads well into the night sky. Falls comfortably. Good tackle, Dylan Rees. Great tackle. Appeals. Barry putting a bit of pressure on you. Harry John doing his best. Wilmot, again, look well in control when he's got the ball in the midfield tonight. Does well there to evade a couple of tackles. Deflected out for a throw-in. Thrown down the line. Abu says he's there to defend Ian Owen, but it's passed backwards, crossed into a good area, headed up and over the bar. Comfortable, I think, in the end. Chance missed. Zach Jones, a little bit of experience here. Just walking to the other side of the goal to come around, just to kill a couple of seconds, allowing his teammates to have a little bit of a breather. I wonder whether changes are incoming. There's a little bit of movement. Wonder whether someone like Owen Jones can really spruce things up here. I can't quite see. I think it's Owen Jones who is going to be the man to make an appearance here. It's difficult to see. I think it's going to be a double change, actually. There's 2 getting stripped, and I think the second could be Ben Fawcett. So it could be a double striker change. Certainly both adding a lot of pace and movement. Going to cause a bit of a headache for the backline of Barry, I hope. What a moment to nick a late goal. Richards clears. There's a lot of head tennis. Tabone puts it down. Yaya Owen. Oh, has put it wide. A huge chance for Barry. Pennock's not happy. It was pumped into the night sky as it's come down. Tabone has just got a touch on it. It's gone not quite as far back as he'd like. Yaya Owen, first touch. Zach Jones was approaching him. He's placed it well. He's done his best, I think, with a relatively central angle. Zach closed the space down well, but it's trickled to the right of the post. That was a huge chance. Can't express. That would have been surely Barrytown top 6, and us certainly going behind in the game, but giving Barry a bit of a cushion. Said there was more goals in this. I still holding on to that thought. Bluebirds on the attack. Harry John, 35 yards out, back to goal. Plays it to Greg. But it does bounce off a Barry defender this time for a throw. Carnarvon extend their grip on their game after 82 minutes and now 2-0 ahead at home to Flint Town United, who will stay down in that relegation scrap with Newtown and Aberystwyth. Abruzzese, that is class. Just skips it over the Barry defenders, allowing Dan Hawkins to run onto it. Great feat by the former Barrytown man. But Dan Hawkins skips ahead and is brought down from behind. No chance of a card, and certainly no appeals or jeers from the Haverfordwest supporters. I'm pretty sure it's Dan Hawkins, Owen Jones, and possibly even a third substitute getting stripped over on the far side. We'll keep a close eye on that one. Great luxury for Tony Pennock this year, with the opportunity to rotate, keeping boys fresh, keeping assets such as Owen Jones and Ben Fawcett to come on and potentially make a difference with just about 15 or 16 minutes to play. But Dan Hawkins over on the far side, right-footed, puts a great area. It's deep. Tabone almost on the end of it, but it's Sainty who does win it. Out for another corner. Still an opportunity on the attack here. Graham, that extremely close, that chance from Yaya Owen to give Barry the lead. I'm sure that...
Just taking them off. Not every over, they've just taken them off.
Abruzzese, corner.
The two games...
Crossed, Abruzzese, down the back. Greg Walters, oh, great connection with the head, but it's over the bar for a goal kick. I'm hearing whispers of movement in the Connors Key and Bala game. After 66 minutes, it's they've paused the game, I believe. They've paused the game incredibly, and I think it's 4 minutes before the game would be officially complete. There's a lot of conversation going on around me. Referee observer himself is wondering what happens here, because after 70 minutes, if a match is called off, it concludes with the scoreline. But after 66 minutes, I wonder what's going to happen. There has been some substitution, so Ben Amoun and Dan Hawkins are replaced. It's Owen Jones and Ben Fawcett who come on up top, and it's Luke Tabone who also makes way, and Kyle McCarthy, perhaps some fresh legs at the back. Kyle, who is a rare appearance from the bench tonight. He's starting nearly every single game this season. He's on to shore up things, extra bit of legs, perhaps fresh legs. Luke can hold himself, and it's Yaya Owen who picks Alaric Jones's pocket, just looking to hold things up in the corner. Plays it back, chance to cross from Mikey George, cleared by Greg Walters into the night sky. Graham, I can't deny that is a little bit controversial with just 4 minutes to go at 3-0 down with play. Ben Fawcett does really well. Play it forward, Ben. Play it forward, Ben. Owen Jones is on his own in the box. Sainty through the back. Oh, Sainty through the back of Owen Jones there. Owen, honest, stays on his feet. I wonder if he'd have gone down, there'd have been a free kick right on the edge of the box there. Ben Fawcett does well to block the ball and breaks clear with it. Puts his teammate Owen Jones through. It was a high ball he had to control, but Sainty did just enough. And then Harry John penalised for a foul. Carnarvon 3 now up against Flint Town United. I'm still waiting to see what's happening at Connah's Quay. The clock is still ticking on the Cymru football app, but I am told the game has been paused there. Still waiting for confirmation what happens. I wonder whether Bala have almost thrown the towel in, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. '80th minute, less than 10 to go. Looking around, what's going on around Wales? Press with the throw in to Margarton, to Richards, back to Margarton. Barry just looking to kill the game off here with a couple of minutes to go. Greg Walters has pinched his pocket, playing it forward. A Haverfordwest goal would be a killer blow for the home side, but it's certainly not something we're going to be kind about. If the goal is there to be taken, I'm sure the boys will pull the trigger. But Barry themselves looking to get forward. There's a shirt pull by Alaric Jones, appealed. Linesman, Alaric Jones going to pick up a card there. Right near the corner flag. It was a shirt pull. Wonder where it was needed. It was an attack, and it probably was the right call to do that sort of professional foul. Yeah, it's saying Nomads and Bala are paused in the game. I wonder, that's the live game. I wonder whether anybody on S4C on the live stream has said what's the situation there. If anyone gets to hear of it, it'd be great to hear an update. We are looking around, scratching our heads here at Jenner Park. Always a drama in the Cymru Leagues. 82 minutes gone. As it stands, Barry Town will get into the top 6 with 30 points, just a point ahead of Connah's Quay Nomads. All eyes on Jenner Park, crossed by Barry to the back post, headed down, cleared, Fawcett and Jenkins combined, free kick given. Is there a mute button? Does anyone know for the congregation around me, please? I'm going to hear the voice all night. Zach Jones with a free kick inside the penalty box. That was apparently never a foul when Fawcett clearly was fouled. But anyway, still looking around to see what the update is with the Connah's Quay versus Bala game. Zach Jones with the free kick deep into Barry territory. Won by Margarton. He had his hands all over Barry, but we come away with it. Dylan Rees, fortunate. Oh, Zach Jones and Kyle McCarthy clatter into each other 30 yards out as Zach clears a Barry attack. It's ricocheting everywhere. Pumped forward. It's going to go all the way through to Zach Jones in the Haverfordwest goal in the penalty box. Barry just need things to stay as they are. They're still turning the screw to look for a goal that would cement it. But as are we. Big 7 odd minutes to come. Zach, punch it clear. Good chest by Jenkins. Again, he hooks forward. Owen Jones, great take on the turn. Just on the edge of the box. It's got to be a foul. It's got to be a foul. There's a corner at least. Owen Jones into the box. Oh, surely that was a foul there by Press. Owen Jones. Oh, great nick. But Barry played it forward. Yeah, Owen. Lively yet again. Plays it back. Oh, great interception, Dylan Rees. It's ricocheting everywhere. Barry come away with it. Good pace by Mikey George. Great tackle, Dylan Rees. This is lively. Inside ball from Abruzzese. Finds Harry John. Great turn. Just composes himself. Can he play forward? Plays to Greg Walters. He's got Jenkins to the right of him. Big moments here Nomads fans, I'm sure, will be listening to every second of this or watching on the Cymru Football app to see the conclusion of this one. But it's Haverfordwest still looking to gain a foothold in this one, still looking for 3 points. Football just maintaining possession on the halfway line. McCarthy, left-footed out to Jenkins, who will have an opportunity to step forward. Doesn't, turns into McCarthy yet again, who does go out the far side to Alaric Jones. He does play forward. Abruzzese on the half turn. Back to Alaric Jones. Sideways to McCarthy. Just looking for that opportunity to step forward. This is it. Jenkins comes forward. Does break the lines. Hulbert in hot pursuit there, but Jenkins plays forward to force it. Ricochets. Oh, it ricocheted almost through for Owen Jones to get on the end of that one. He would have been clean on goal, but McCarthy heads it down to Walters. Bluebirds back in possession. Composed, experienced play by Walters and McCarthy there. Finds Jacob Owen. Lee Jenkins. Abruzzese. Good spells of possession here. TNS 2-0 up now down the road at Kincoid. But as it stands, Met won't mind too much because it's irrelevant really. They'll maintain their spot in the top 6 as it stands. Greg Walters. Little clip forward. Headed clear by Richards. The patient play. Probably waited a touch further. Good tackle, Alaric Jones. So throw in to Barry. Still no news, no confirmation about what's going on up north at the Essity Stadium in Flintshire, where the Nomads look to have finished 3-0 victors. I wonder whether the stream of the game is still going on up there. Rumours are circulating here that that game has been paused and the players have been taken off because of the fog. Whatever next. Yeah, surely now Carnarvon have cemented their place with a 3-0 as it stands win at home tonight. They're up to 4th. Cardiff Met in 5th on 32 points. Barrytown United on 30 with 5 minutes, I would say, in total. There won't be many. There hasn't been any stoppages. Neither team's treatment staff have been on the pitch. Very little stoppages because of those ball boys who have been relentless getting balls back in play. So I would say 1, maybe 2 stoppage time minutes to expect after the remaining 3 of normal time. McCarthy on the end of a throw-in to Abruzzese, flicked on by Dylan Rees. Barry come back. It's Michael George. Passes back to a hook by Evan Press. It's over the bar. Hits the crossbar. Linesman's given a corner. It's clearly at the bar. I don't think he's touched that one. I don't know about that. Zach is saying he hasn't touched it. It's clearly at the crossbar, purely by the angle of the ball ricocheting. It's gone horizontal off the crossbar behind the goal. I'm not having that as a corner, I'm sorry. Yeah, fog for pausing a game wasn't on the Cymru Premier bingo card of this season, but like I said, whatever next. Incredible. 88 minutes gone. It's a corner to Barry. I wonder, well, they've got players forward, but they just need to see the game out. They're in the top 6 as it stands. Yeah, they're staying in the corner. It's a Bluebirds throw. To be fair, I think that one was a Barry throw, but Jacob Owen has got the ball in his hands. Jacob Owen is going to get this one down the touchline. Barry seem happy just to see out a 1-1 draw here. One big chance could decide it for either team though. Jacob Owen throws down the line. Owen Jones on the end of it. Good feet. Press comes away with it. Finds Ian Owen, but pinched by Abruzzese. Oh, it's a late tackle by Wilmot, but Ben Fawcett's on the end of it. Up towards the goal. Richards, great tackle on Fawcett. Has to play it out, surely. He plays it forward. Expertly done, to be fair, by the centre-half. But Fawcett's pinched it back. Again, entertainment. Relentless here. Great tackle by Richards. Fawcett, obviously fresh-legged. Got in behind him. But a sliding tackle. Ball and man. I've seen Fawcett miss the opportunity there. Abruzzese gets it down, forwards to Owain Jones. Cuts inside. He's 35 yards out. Chance. Oh, it's ricochet. Greg's got to get there, but it's Hulbert who's picked it. This is intense for both home fans and away fans. Out on this left-hand side to press. Margetson. Barry again, as I said, just looking to see this game out. The 90th minute has seen the board go up for 3 injury time minutes. Owen Jones has just nudged it forward. Margetson's got to make a decision. He goes back to the keeper. 3 minutes of phase 1 to go. Thank you, Pamela. Appreciate the kind comments on Facebook. Barry, go down the right-hand side. Alric Jones is underneath it, as is McCarthy, but it's Ian Owen on the ball. Back to goal. Just rolling the ball towards the corner flag more and more. Bluebirds throw. He's let it go over. Dylan Rees just happy to leave the ball there and see things out. I'm sure Barry, if it stays as it is, will celebrate this result, guaranteeing themselves a spot in the playoffs. Fawcett pumps it long. Nobody there, but territory-wise, Barry, I think the keeper is getting told to just go to the corner flag. Fawcett isn't giving up the ghost. He's running 40 yards to go and get it. The keeper's going to the corner flag. Scenes here in Barry. Barry Town happy to just see out the draw here. I've never seen anything like it. The ball is in play, but the Barry Town goalkeeper has got it near the corner flag. Haverfordwest are going to press. There's confusion around. I think Haverfordwest players initially thought that the referee had blown for something because Fawcett was sprinted to close the goalie down and then stopped and turned around, and the official, he thought, had told him that it had gone up for a goal kick, I think. 92 minutes up, 1 minute to play. Keeper puts it back down. He can't pick it up this time. Armstrong goes big. It's charged down by Fawcett. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's incredible. Ben Fawcett has scored. Oh my God. I cannot believe what has just happened here. Ben Fawcett has just scored the most incredible goal. The goalkeeper killed time. I promise you, I have never seen anything like this in all my life. I cannot believe it. Hang on. The official is calling, the linesman is calling the referee over. Oh my God, I have never seen anything like this. I've got a feeling it's going to be disallowed. I think the linesman is saying that it's hit a striker's hand that's going to put Barry in the playoff, the championship conference. This is incredible. You have to see this. He's going to give a free kick. I'm sure he is. Handball. The goal is disallowed. I have never, ever seen anything like that in all my life. Reprieve for Barry. That is absolutely incredible decision-making. Not only will the goalkeeper not want to relive that 60 seconds, I cannot believe that. What's just happened there? The goalkeeper was killing time. He picked it up. He then rolled it back down. Fawcett charged it down. It went under the keeper who fell. Fawcett puts it in the back of the net. Haverfordwest celebrate, putting Barry out of the top 6. Oh my God, I can't wait until the Nomads see that one. Incredible scenes. My heart is pounding. I cannot believe what I've just seen. I can't believe it. I just speechless. The bravery from the assistant referee to give that Barry Town cue the full-time whistle go. It ends 1-1, and the assistant referee who's given that one, he won't be welcoming Connors Key very time soon. Wait until you see the highlights of that. Absolutely incredible. Speechless. What a way to bring phase 1 to a close. It ends 1-1 here at Jenner Park. Woof. As I said earlier, we have no idea when or where our next fixture will be, but rest assured, once it is announced, news will be circulated across the club's social media channels. 10 games to go until our guaranteed playoff fixture in May. I believe it's the weekend of the 10th of May, I want to say. Will certainly be a playoff fixture, hopefully at home, possibly away. Thank you to everyone who has joined us this evening. Grateful for the company. We're heading back home after the whistle has gone here in incredible scenes. The last 60 seconds, you've got to see it to believe it. Barrytown won, Haverfordwest County won for the last time in phase 1 of 24-25 season. This is the Bluebirds Nest Live. Signing off, over and out.